It's going to be Team Falcons sa blue side at tatanggalin agad nila ang Vanny and Phobius. Meanwhile, for Coach Hayes ng ONIC Philippines ay agad niyang tatanggalin ang Marcel and Freya.
I would like to also notice that dahil ang common denominator ng dalawang teams na to ay yung tanky na new hero which is etong si Marcel. Napakataas ng hybrid defense and both of these roamers, we've seen them perform this. Ogwen during the regular season, Brusco, pinakita niya to I think thrice during the playoffs or dalawang beses nanalo yun kung di ako nagkakamali. And yun, yun yung pwedeng maging pinaka-factor talaga. Magiging agawan o di kaya permaban ang Marcel sa draft na to.
At mukhang tatanggalin na rin yung Pakito. No? Pinag-usapan natin kanina kung gaano kalaki ang pwesto ni Pakito sa loob ng XP lane meta. Pero agad-agad nakukuha ng Kalea ang Team Falcons, setting up what could be a gourd pick. Pero para naman sa ONIC, may chance silang agawin ito. At ano pa bang mga choices ng ONIC dito?
Pwede yung Valentina.
Yung pang-agaw na parang na-mention mo kanina, yung Guinevere kasi parang ang tagal na ban kontra sa Smart Omega kahapon. Pero ngayon, mas bukas. So I think Team Falcons is testing yung hero pool nitong ONIC PH. Are they the type of team na gagamit ng ganong klaseng hero given na talagang diktika na yung best of 7?
Well, nandun naman yung kayang gawin ni... Lalo na wala yung Baksa. Yung kayang gawin ni King Kong, lalo na wala yung Baksa. They might get the Valentina plus the Guinevere right away sa kanilang Red 1, Red 2. Or the Leomord plus the Valentina or Claude and the Leomord.
Well, let's see kung anong kukunin nila. Mukhang Claude and the Zushin ang ganilang magiging choice. Locking in one of the biggest probabilities out there na lalabas nga itong Zushin sa kamay ni Super Friends. Now, for Team Falcons, makikita na ba natin yung gourd na ini-spam nila or maybe even a Harley na bukas pa rin pala?
Harley Gourd, Harley Eve. Kasi yun yung mga common na pinaka-counter ng mga teams over that Jushin. Pero mas nagme-make sense nga yung gourd pick para dito kay Haji dahil nga doon sa makabagong combo na nakikita natin that Kalea Gourd. Ano na yun parang pseudo ban na yun sa mga utilities na pwede pang gamitin ni King Kong kasi nandyan pa yung Fred rin na pwedeng lumabas on their Red 3.
Medyo delikado nga lang no, kung sakali dahil with that Claude na may backline access, pwede pa kumuha ng Dive Hero. So instead, they're gonna go for a Valentina patay ng Suyu on the hands of Kyle and Haji. Last pick here para sa ONIC Philippines. Red 3, ano kayang magandang kunin dito?
Well, if you're looking at it, might as well secure a hero para sana dito kay King Kong. The Harley is still available.
Yes.
It's the leading in terms of percentage. Tsaka, I was building up on the Suyu na mahirap din namang ibigay dito sa ONIC PH because Suyu, pati na rin yung Claude, napakahirap pagsamahin yan, lalo na pagkalaban mo because you get a lot of damage, you get a lot of ways out, lalo na pagdating sa team fights.
Tapos ang taas pa ng coverage, early game, mid game, late game, parang totally covered kapag Suyu Claude yung hawak mo. But then, the Harley would be at best chance na kunin dito ng ONIC Philippines considering na,
wow.
Well, in fact, kumuha pa sila ng Gatot Gatsa just to aid the port that front line na pwede nilang puhunanan knowing na naka-Jushin din sila. So yung Harley would be, I think, a ban from Team Falcons because if hindi, makukuha yun ng ONIC.
Well, malalaman na natin kung paano nga ba magpapatuloy ang draft na ito. Pero para hukayin pa mas lalo, kunin na natin ang tulong ng ating on-ground panelists.
Thank you so much, Caster. So we're now here in the second phase of drafting. For Team Falcons, gotta say, I love that they, #1, took away the Kalea for Brusco, one of their best picks, and of course, Ogwen, pretty efficient with it as well. Then they paired it up with a Valentina, but they already showed their role mid-trio, while ONIC still has a bit of room to adjust.
Yun nga lang na-reveal din ng ONIC yung kanilang gatot na sa Jushin. So medyo alam mo na yung parang MO dito, which is dive ulit para dito sa ONIC Philippines. Meanwhile, for Falcons, hindi pa natin totally sure. Kadalasan hindi pinag-combo ang Kalea plus the Valentina kasi naghahanap ka ng burst. Pero Falcons mahilig talaga sa combo na to. So with the combination of this Suyo, meron na agad silang kill potential with this Kalea.
Let's see if the playoffs allergy of Falcons towards the Moskov is cured, and they'll probably consider picking it up, unless ONIC decides to ban it, of course. But I wouldn't take it away from Falcons to maybe lean towards a little bit more of a late-game marksman like a carry over the Moskov. But at this point, considering that playing the map looks like will work out well for them, as an option, they want to consider it, I think.
Yeah. With the Leomord being banned, mauubusan ng mga options dito itong si King Kong. Pero baka nagising siya ngayong araw tapos nakita niya si Ryzen tsaka si Carl TZ kahapon at sabihin na, teka, ako nga rin, magla-Lancelot ako.
Yeah.
And feel like Lancelot might fit in this last pick kung sakali. That means though that they will have to look for a good EXP laner na hindi magbibigay ng magandang ultimate sa isang Valentina. Although the Terizla would be really good para sa ONIC, para ang hirap ibigay ng penalty zone. So baka mag-settle na lang sila dito with either Alice o kaya naman ng isang clue for ONIC Philippines.
Yeah, but the last time we saw Haji go up against a team with an Alice, while he was using a Valentina, he ended up getting a highlight, and people realized then that he was the best Valentina in MPLPH Season 17. But no, I agree, because the pool of EXP lane heroes that don't have big-ticket ultimates, but still slots in well for the lineup of ONIC is close to non-existent. You really have to end up giving a good ultimate to Falcons. So, well, maybe the glue might be an option, but you mentioned the Lancelot for the jungle as ONIC rightfully so takes away the carry. I think there's still a world where instead of the Lancelot, ONIC might end up falling back on an old favorite and the Joy. It's just that with the presence of the Kalea and sure target lockdown, it's going to be a tough game for that Joy if ever.
Yeah, and I don't want to pair it up with a Claude. Usually, you want to pair it with a independent gold laner so that you will not have these too greedy. There's the Alice that we talk about. Now for Falcons, they'll be looking for their Shred. Moskov is still open and it seems like the best option here. At the same time, I wouldn't mind them going for a Bruno or a Clint even, because you combo that up with a Kalea and you have that synergy.
Oh, speaking of an old combo with the Kalea, I'm wondering, with all of the dashes, they might need more dashes. I was thinking maybe they take a page off of Severo's book and end up getting a Beatrix. But it covers the damage aspect, but because of the Alice being there, Moskov, as we suggested earlier, should just be the best pick. In terms of the EXP though, kind of tough with the Uranus gone. Oh wow,
they might go to Hilda, and Harriet also has that synergy with. They go Arlet, even when there's no additional stun apart from the Kalea.
Yeah.
So if you are ONIC, I think you're incentivized to actually go for the Lancelot here. Or maybe a Nolan so that it will be much faster. I believe that amongst all the choices that we've said, Nolan might be the best option for them.
We did see it earlier this season also. The Harley is
open.
Yep. They might end up settling for that if they just want to be able to match the damage that, of course, Falcons would want to go for. But I think it's unanimous. All the junglers we mentioned just have burst damage at one point. Yeah.
But the best thing about Harley is that it is really good at starting the fights and the good poke as well. And you're very strong in the early stage when it comes to your farming. That can also be said for the Nolan, for example, or Lancelot. But the Harley is just easy to execute. And imagine that's picking the Harley in this. In this stage in the MPL Season 17.
I bet they're wondering, how did we get away with that? I bet they were running down a list of junglers as well and thinking, wait, the Harley's open, and they get it. But for ONIC, I have to say, I think they ended up with a lineup that is a little bit more easier to pull off. If you missed it just now, you can go back just a little bit. We do have QR codes that you can scan for a chance to win 1,000 MLBB Diamonds. 74% is the super fast prediction for this matchup. Personally, Wolf, I prefer the ONIC lineup. It looks more simple to execute.
I totally agree with you. This Jushin Gatot catch-up with the Harley, it has worked so many times before, and I'm sure that it can work up against the composition of Falcons.
This is a best of 7 lower bracket finals MPL Arena. I wanna hear you scream! Casters, let's go!
Ramdam ng buong San Juan kung gaano kabigat ang laban na ito between Team Falcons at pati na rin ng ONIC Philippines. Isa lamang ang makakaangat matapos ng seryeng ito. Pero ang good news naman ay Game 1 pa lamang ng ating Best of 7 series. There is a chance na maghaba ang gabing ito at sana totoo ang ating haka-haka na Game 7 ito.
Well, isa lang naman kasi ang laban ngayong araw, di ba? Might as well. Pero base sa nasabi ng ating on-ground panel, nagmistulang maganda talaga yung mid-lane trio ng ONIC Philippines. So let's see if they're gonna be able to use that to the fullest extent o makaka-counter ba yung Team Falcons entering this series.
Medyo surprising na nga na hanggang sa kaduluduluan ng draft ay open pa rin yung Harley na gamit ni King Kong. It would really provide a lot of speed sa kanilang farming capabilities and also yung threat na pwedeng bigyan kahit sinong nasa harap. Pero
Ito na naman si Brusco. Kahit na mag-revitalize siya, actually nababalik na yung sitwasyon and it's gonna be the rest of everything. Si Kyle pa ang unang tinamaan. Isasama pa sana si Haji pero nakapag-flicker away. It's ONIC Philippines with first blood.
Tapos rekta invade pa ang call dito ng ONIC Philippines. First blood plus an invade inside the jungle of Team Falcons. Hindi pa nagsawa sa isang green camp. Sinubukan pa yung isa.
tapos hindi pa level 4 si King Kong doon ha. It's just the poker tricks na ginamit nila and even yung damage output ng isang Joshin plus yung damage ng isang Gatot Kacha. Kasi hindi na naman biro yung damage ng Gatot Kacha kapag binababaran mo yung kanyang first kill and even yung kaltok mula doon sa passive. Yun din yung habol niya, yun din yung laban niya against the Search of Life na meron itong si Ogwen. Pokes coming in from Falcons.
That idea is to be able to burst down itong ONIC Philippines. Pero dahil sa mid lane trio na meron ng Team Falcons, they have a bunch of CC. Pero wala yung damage in the early portions of this game.
At maganda naman doon ay na-burn yung Purify dito ni Super Fritz before this first turtle started. Pero ONIC pa rin ang may hawak ng kalamangan. ONIC has their ultimates already up. Si Kyle ay level 3 pa lamang. Half HP on this turtle. Kirk ng zone.
Andun na talaga siya. Kontra sa tatlo. Si Kyle magpapalipad na naman ng araw. Pero wow! Si Flap, Brusco, and King Kong na magzo-zone out lang para doon sa Pagong. And it is going to be ONIC Philippines. Sa makakasecure na naman yan. Yung final slash na execute pero si Flap ay makakancel ng konti. Siya ay mamamatay sa kamay ng ONIC PH at isama mo pa si Ogwen. Si Kyle naman ang hinahabol. May vertical palayo. Si Super Fritz ay aatake na rin at si Brusco ay tutulong pa. They're gonna be here at the purple buff all day. It's ONIC Philippines with 1.3k at meron pa yata nangyayari. It's gonna be the others going at it again pero doon na matitigil with Haji copying the Crimson Beacon.
Kinailangan talaga ng Team Falcons na protektahan ang kanilang purple buff dahil sobra na silang nalulugi ng early game pa lamang. Already 1.5k deficit compared dito sa ONIC Philippines na para bang gumana lahat ng kanilang mga skirmishes.
What a crucial space escape mula kay King Kong, dodging that final slash that could have led to a death para doon sa jungler ng ONIC Philippines. And after that, everything else followed for ONIC Philippines. May kakayahan silang mag-run down, may kakayahan silang mag-chase. And for Team Falcons, they have to expend a lot of resources. Kailangan gamitin ni Kyle yung double vertical niya para lang makatakas doon. And even itong si Haji, nahihirapan siya kasi once mawala yung double dash, maglalakad na lang yung Valentina niya.
Purify is available para dito kay Savero kaya naman hindi ata itutuloy ng Falcons ang balak nilang masama sa gold laner ng ONIC Philippines. Reset na lang muna ang kanilang call at hindi naman gumagalaw ang lamang ng ONIC Philippines pero napaka-proactive ni King Kong sa pag-i-invade sa loob ng jungle ng Falcons.
Yun naman yung kaya dapat asahan sa isang Harley, yung bilis ng pag-ikot sa jungle camp and yung speed ng pag-clear ng jungle camp. Kasi even dalawang poker tricks lang is enough para bumawas o pumatay ng isang green camp. So, minamaximize lang ng ONIC Philippines yung kalamangan nila. This is somewhat going to the mid game and pwede mag-translate papuntang late game kung hindi mapipigilan ng mga Falcon.
At Hunter Strike nga ata yung inaabangan dito kay Kyle. No? Hindi na magmamadali patungo doon sa Sky Piercer. As we wait for the second turtle of this game, 5 segundo bago ito lumabas. ONIC Philippines pa rin ang may hawak ng somewhat big na gold lead. 4 minutes in. Pakiramdam nyo ba kailangan mag-contest dito ng Falcon? So, ibibigay na lang ba muna?
And gusto talaga nilang sumugod eh. Si Ogwen, si Haji nakapwesto nung una pero biglang na-realize nila na kumukuha pa ng purple itong si Kyle at malinis tratrabauin ng ONIC Philippines ang ikalawang Pagong. Tila may pagkataka na naman nagagawin dahil si Ogwen na malatatagan ng Deadly Magic. He's still gonna be safe from that pero malinis ang kuha ng ONIC.
You know what? Even if they want to, even if Falcons wants to contest for that objective, hindi nila kaya. They just can't. Dahil doon sa kalamangan na hawak ng ONIC Philippines, pwede silang tumayo ng ganyan.
Parang nakabalibutan naman kay Ogwen. So itatatak niya na lang. Pressure na naman na nawala ng buhay sa pagkakataon na yun. Brusco! Magmo-moonwalk palabas kami ng AOG. It's ONIC with a pick-off. 4-0 in terms of kills.
Malinis na naman ang pag-atake ng ONIC Philippines. May nakuha sa loob ng gubat. Nakakuha pa ng isang kill. Immediately transitioning it to mid lane pressure as well. Para bang yung early game talaga ng ONIC ay nakukuha nila lahat ng kanilang gusto.
Kung gustong makasurvive ng Team Falcons right now, they have to pick their fights. Kailangan alamin nila kung saan sila lalaban and they have to be a full 5v5 fight. Hindi nila kakayanin ng 4v5 lang or even 4v4 dahil doon sa power spike na meron ang ONIC Philippines. Remember, we're used to seeing Soyuz na meron agad Sky Piercer ng 4 minutes pero teka lang si Ogwen.
Yung Ogwen hindi nakalipad kaya maglalakad na lang pala yung nahabol siya ng tatlo. Doon mawawala ang roamer ng Team Falcons. Angat sa halos 3,000 ang kalamangan ng ONIC PH ngayon. Super Marco mukhang isusurrender niya na lang ang tore sa bandang ibaba. It's ONIC raining on Falcons Parade.
And this is what happens kapag paulit paulit-ulit na hinuhuli ng ONIC Philippines yung roamer. They're gonna go for Brusco. Masyado pang mahunat, masyado pang lamang. Kalmado muna, may makukuha sa baba doon si Savero. ONIC Philippines, dahil walang roamer ang Team Falcons sa paulit-ulit nilang pinipitas, ay makikita natin kinokontrol nila ang mapa ngayon.
Pero for Team Falcons, that's 300 gold away para makasecure itong si Ogwin ng Radiant Armor niya, and that would give a lot of change entering the mid-game dahil masussustain niya kahit papano yung damage ng isang Harley, pero yung bawi naman ng Harley ni King Kong is yung Genius Wand na hawak niya. Nababawasan yung magic defense na meron. Kahit pa sabihin mo magka-Radiant Armor itong si Ogwin, kapag nagsabay yung damage ng Zosidad ng Harley, mahihirapan pa rin siyang i-sustain yun.
That's true. At sisimula na nga ng ONIC dito ang panghuling pagong. Agad na bibigyan si Ogwin.
May vision man ang Team Falcons pero di napapalag pa rin. Doon naman yung Throne of Ruin together with the final slash as well. Palili pa rin itong si Flap, mag-flicker pareho at si Kirk pa rin ay buhay. Sama 5v5 ang magiging sitwasyon and the third time's gonna be reset pero susugod na naman susunod itong si Marco. Ogwen at Haji rin pero walang makakapigil sa ONIC para kunin ang pagong. Ito na naman ang laban na hinihintay na yata ng Team Falcons pero still lumalaban pa rin at talagang kinukuha nila pa isa-isa with Falcons finally getting their first kill courtesy of Haji being the only one unscathed as ONIC still able to get all 3 turtles.
Perfect objectives para dito sa ONIC Philippines at bukod pa dyan ay nakakuha pa sila ng tuloy-tuloy na pag-kill. And totoo doon yung ginawa ni Super Friends, men. Instant purify, parang hindi na final slash.
And even on that clash, na dahil napanalo nga nila yung turtle plus that clash and even the turret down mid lane, lumobo yung alamangan ng ONIC Philippines to 4.8k na galing kanina sa patukay-tukay lang. That's one item. Kung tutuusin, kung susuma mo doon sa ginawa ng ONIC Philippines, para kang nakalamang ng isang buong item. That's a lightning transon na meron na agad itong si King Kong. Maximum ang kanyang cooldown reduction. Makaka-expect tayo ng a lot of faster rotations and even faster bursts dahil hindi pa rin siya kayang iwasan ngayon ng Team Falcons. Ang tanging magagawa ng Falcons, wag munang lumaban.
And that's a whole 2,000 gold lead compared sa jungle ng Team Falcons na paulit-ulit din naman kasi ini-invade ng ONIC. And that's another turret na mapupunta sa kamay ng Super Family as we enter the 8-minute mark kung saan kontrolado na ng ONIC Philippines ang 80% ng mapa. Pero mukhang ang trade dito ng Team Falcons would be the bottom lane turret, a 2-for-1 trade in terms of turrets. And medyo luki ata ang Falcons doon.
Tol, parang nanigurado na si Ogwin eh. Sabi niya, sige nga, pwestuhan ko na to para kahit papano ay makakuha tayo ng isang objective na maidadagdag natin sa ating listahan. Si Ogwin ay makakauwi. Pero parang nakapapalibutan na naman ang ONIC Philippines itong Team Falcons at si Super Marco ay magsasaman force para makalayo. Pero ito na naman si Savero para makapag-dish out ng damage at hindi na makakawala pa itong si Bulletproof. Nakakuha sila ng isang tore pero kapalit noon ay ang buhay ni Marco.
At dahil walang gold laner, ang side ng Team Falcons ay lalagyan na agad ng ONIC Philippines sa barikada ang Lord na ito. This is the first Lord of the game at hindi ata makakapag-contest ang Team Falcons.
Took them too long to secure the turret down bottom lane. Kaya naman nakapwesto pa ang team ng ONIC Philippines para maipit sila. And mind you guys, when it comes to chase down, ang daming kits ng ONIC Philippines para habulin ang Team Falcons. May AOG, may Space Escape si King Kong, may BMI si Savero. Kahit anong hero pwede nilang habulin. Kahit anong hero from ONIC kayang umabot sa gusto nilang puntahan.
At makikita natin sa ating Infinix in-game equipment, 9 minutes in ay bumili si Super Friends ng isang Sky Piercer, making sure na kahit pa sabihin natin potentially ay mapitas si Savero ay meron pa rin silang kill pressure coming in from the mid laner. At wala na atang matitira pa dito, makukuha pa rin ng Team Falcons sa atang kanilang purple. Hindi, mapupunta pa rin yon sa kamay ng ONIC Philippines as the Lord marches up top. Medyo hirap na talaga ang Team Falcons dito, mga kapatid.
When you think about it, this is already 6.7k. Tila nabibilitan na
Ayun
naman.
na!
Pwesto at yung AOD! Ang tatapos sa Santa Makmak na mga manlalaro ng Falcons. Si Kyle na lang ang kanilang itinira. Pero 5 ang buhay pa sa kupunan ng ONIC Philippines. Tutulak yung Tore. Si Kyle ay magdadash away. Pero ramdam mo na ang momentum ng Super Family.
10 segundo naman, mabilis lang at babalik na ang Team Falcons. Pero malaki ang tsansa na makakuha ang ONIC Philippines sa mga inhibitor turrets dito. Pagkamat may mga holy shields pa, pwede pang ipilit yung top lane with the Lord marching up top. Pakiramdam ko, sure ball na yung inhibitor turret na to.
Tol, minamadali talaga nila hanggat wala pa yung 4 kahit papaano makakuha tayo ng isa pero si Brusco ay napatalo ng konti na
Final
final
flash.
flash na rin at mukhang siya ang magiging sakripisyo kapalit ng inhibitor. ONIC will take it dahil nakakuha na sila ng 9,000 kalamangan.
Maliit na bariyang binayaran ng ONIC Philippines sa laki ng nakuha nila. Throne of Ruins sa harap, AOG sa likod. Wala nang no choice yung Team Falcons. Kung saan sila pupunta, wala nang kaliwa, kanan, harap, likod. Lahat ay covered ng ONIC Philippines and now they're up by 9K. That's 3 items in total and they have full control of the map.
And I love how you mentioned full control dahil kung tinignan natin yung gold timeline ng larong ito ay hindi talaga nahawakan ng Team Falcons ang gold lead kahit isang beses. Simula minute number 2 all the way to 11 minutes as of now ay hawak ng ONIC Philippines ang gold lead at palaki lamang ito ng palaki with 9,000 deficit. Kontra dito sa Team Falcons ay makikita natin na magse-set up ng ONIC Philippines sa pag-invade. In 40 seconds from now, lalabas na naman yung Lord. Kaya bang lumaban ng Team Falcons sa upcoming Lord?
To be honest, hindi. Not if mahuli nila etong si King Kong. That's the only way that they can win that Lord fight if and only if ma-pick off ni Ogwen si King Kong at ma-burst na mabilis ng team ng Falcons. And right now, kailangan nilang pumosisyon ng sobrang aga kasi kung hindi nila gagawin yon, mauuna na sa pwesto. Just like what's happening.
Oo.
Nandyan na agad etong si
Nako!
Bruce and Super Prince!
At sila pa yata yung mapipick offan si Ogwen. Medyo pinapatagal pa yung laban. He's still gonna be able to stay alive.
Princess!
But then Prince says no. Crimson Beacon.
Oh, wow!
naman yung Throne of Ruin mula kay Kirk. It's going haywire para dito sa kupunan ng ONIC Philippines. Yung
Wait
Saman first
lang!
na naman para makapag-dish out and
Prince
damage.
Dugan!
Si Super Marco. Pero si Savero ang mukhang tatapos ng lahat. ONIC just doesn't want to show that they have what it takes. Gusto nilang dominahin ang Team Falcons. And in 12 minutes, tinapos ang game number 1.
Mainit na simula para sa ONIC Philippines. Dominant, aggressive.